Welcome back to Comic Studio once again. We're back inside of like these, and I cannot believe I didn't remember something about the title, and it's going to be about Cookie Run Sprunky Edition for some sort of an unknown thing as well. The first off, that in the last video that we just recently uploaded, that could be for around all of the characters that I reviewed, including this one. It was absolutely for one spoiling like itself, and some other kinds of cookies like less disturbing, and multiple of these are quite fully disturbing as well, as we know it as well. As we can see this, thanks respectfully going towards the creator of Sprunki, and Neon Cavoli, or like those things, Neon Cavoli, and the Cookie Run series could be owned by Dev Sisters. We finished all 5 sections, and probably more characters around here. No submitted sprites, and other kinds of lots of sprites and categories made by other kinds of people. I'm not pretty sure this isn't going to be made in the future as well for since then. And so on, we're going to be find out in the user comics for themselves as well. So, and the video begins around here at the user comics, as I'll seen here for some sort of like those things, and could be for around as well. And yes, there must be for some sort of MLG reference as well. We wouldn't able to be making some as well, and a few kinds of posts weren't like necessary as well. Holly Berry Cookie isn't going to be coming up for right here in the future as well, and this isn't going to be for some sort of like them yet as well. So that will be containing around for against like these things as well. Let's browser Scumpy for like those things. We're browsing Sprunky Comic Studio for some sort of Sprunky Cookie Run edition for around here for like these. Some Cookie Run characters are quite fully disturbing to turn into such monster, and some kind of like added for some sort of sprites over here. And I wouldn't believe this is actually turned into some kind of a little bit as well, as we're going to be showing up for some spoilers to do this, and will not pretty think that it's going to be unnecessary as well. There's a head cannon over here for around here for some sort of role. Inappropriate roles becomes for unnecessary as well, as we're going to be for one thing, of course, that never recently absolutely saying this. So let's go on to be reviewing for some sort of comics like itself, and rated for as disturbing without some sort of memes as even possible. And for some sort of like those times, wouldn't be so unnecessary that it was. And the next page could be for around for the squidding cookies for around of these things as well. And many more except this. Probably that must be for the empty polo design. It could be for around, of course. And the role could be so much, pretty much, and so much disturbing as well. And moving on to the page 3, there must be a little bit for some kind of, oh my gosh, this is absolutely so guilty as well that I never think about for this thing. There must be another one. Oh my gosh, more disturbing cookies we got here. And I never to believe that we're just absolutely finding out. So that will be enough for just the way we show as well. And there must be too many comics around here, but I just recorded around 5 AM. That turns out that I never overshot around here because I completely spend my time for one reason as well. But now it's going to be 6 AM that I just recorded around this video. Let's start with this one. The description says, it was unused horror design. Could be even more disturbing than he was completely infected as well. The description says, pure vanilla cookie, raw Mr. Sun was going to be the same as Mr. Sun with one giant eye, but I had decided to scrap the idea. also pure vanilla cookies since he's a survivor, while the rest of them are dead or infected. He is the last of the ancient cookies, which means it wasn't going to be idea. His missing soul gem could be it was, but now something is absolutely assassinate him to be infected as well, completely as possible. And it's not gonna be for some sort of the idea was pretty terrifying. It was extremely dangerous, but he looked completely hideous or completely terrifying as well. So nothing as well, completely as well. And that results for the 5 out of 10 or some kind of 7 out of 10. Moving on to the next one, hopefully it won't be gonna be the One Piece as well. And description, it could be for the username as well, so it's a little bit underrated as well. But I think that will be for the Hollyberry takes place as L Cool P for Fan on Winda, which is actually for some sort of another 6 out of 10, of course. And probably she and her pet from takes place as Muruma and Rairum. Her fox forms was stuffed inside her. But I'm not going to be for some sort of like those things. And the description is could be my Kamiho stuffs. She turns, or I'm not gonna be pretty sure, she was stuffed inside her mouth. She completely ate her pet, and it won't be necessary as well. Where's her pet that she turned into a monster? She ate that unnecessarily as well. And then she turns into drunk female. And then she might going to be dying soon as well. And I'm not pretty sure she was completely infected as well. And that results for around 6 out of 10 as drunk. Moving into another one as well. As of the description says, Hollyberry has a secret code melody. Black Shapia is a vocalist. Fan-made cookies like this. And it says, made a custom code to unlock her EMSO cookie. He will sound like Alastor saying, ooh, that wasn't going to be for necessary as well. And that leads to 6 out of 10 as well. Another one was a millennial tree cookie. And she said, excuse me, I'm a male. But probably not. That wasn't going to be for some sort of gender bends as well, but we're not pretty sure. It was turned into a boy or something for some sort of like this. And that brings us that we don't know for around 7 out of 10, of course. Moving on to another one, could be for some sort of turn into so disturbing as well. The Jerima has just turned into some kind of unknown thing. The description was completely unknown, and that resulted for around 4 out of 10. Moving on to the next thing as well. The description says, seriously, Cherry Laura. Woohoo! There's only one comment left, and it says, cool, and also, did you know that Jarmia in the horror was in page 2, has every beast cookies and ancient cookies, soul jam expect of pure vanilla cookies. And probably like over here for this thing as well, that says one comment over here. Nothing it says for right here, but the headcon could be absolutely says here. Cherry Blossom and Kumiho Cookie both knew that they're Jeremiah before the horror event happened. They were both killed before they could tell the rest about it. And probably sure that Kumiho Cookie and Cherry Blossom Cookie were scared of him, but probably that was going to be too late. He eventually jump scared them, and probably they were completely what happened in it. It is absolutely for a cause, and that won't believe. That results for around as 7 out of 10, and that could be for some sort of Hyperheims reference of course, around here. So, moving on to the next one, could be from that Space Donut Cookie have turned into some kind of nightmaristic like as well. It got 2 comments, of course, as of the description says. That must be for Space Donuts. The normal form could be for the nightmare form as well, for some sort of melodies. And the C that turns into some kind of being eaten as well. I have seen this and run in my, like, these things. I'm not sure. I have seen this in my review, and this is not mine for as well. That is, someone is made by something else as well. The description says, Space Donut, Milky Way Cookie, and Stardust Cookie try to get away to safety. That Space Donut triple on of these legs. Milky Way tried to help him, but it was too late. Pancake Cookie status, he infected. He got him and start chowing down on Space Donut like a natural, like these things. He starts chewing down on Space Donut like an actual donut. But he made a pancake cookie distracted, and Milky Way and like other kinds of like these, and Milky Way Cookie and Stardust Cookie got away. Well, that was absolutely pretty scary, and he is absolutely almost gone as well. Space Donut Cookie survived from the dead. Of course, that it wasn't going to be for probably like I never guess. Moving into another one, the results of some sort of unknown mattress like this could be for round 6 out of 10. Another 7 out of 10 could be for pudding a la mode cookie was completely added and turned some kind of, for standard like this, won't be actually for some sort of like these. She was neutral, and probably that pudding a la mode cookie was probably still alive against like these. Unless it was probably 7 out of 10, of course. Another one is absolutely for like those things, the Havoc Timeless, and probably for supposed to be for timey for these thing as well. So it says around Timeless, that was absolutely pretty stupid comment, and which is a little bit for one thing as well that I seen the bad comments like there before. The description says post on Cookiegram, over almost 9,000 likes, 14 reposts, and 21 comments. At least that wasn't going to be for some sort of like this. And it goes for a round with, I don't really think so as well, but probably that results for around 6 or some sort of like this. I know it's gotta be 5 out of 10. Moving on, for deceased, it was absolutely for one thing, is Squidding Cookies horror design, and could be no comments as well. And that leads to 5 out of 10, I mean 4 out of 10 for these, except these. It's also 5 out of 10, as of the description says, her and her horror formed are submitted. And probably I have seen this on a previous video, and that means 5 out of 10. Unless another one could be for these, it was also 5 out of 10. And the title says, take y'all guesses from her role and stuff. And that must be, we're gonna be moving on. And who's next for around here for one thing as well? Another one is going to be 6 out of 10 beyond, that features Fig Cookie, Rosemary, Astronaut, Candy Corn Cookie, and Sparkling Cookie. And another one is an empty polo design. It could be, it was the design from the Sprunki Cookie Run mod. And it's absolutely for Mr. Bass, and his kid now, goodbye, for some sort of turn into some kind of monster, of course. So the base thing could be for around completely fully naked. It could be for the art as well. And that could be for around 7 out of 10, of course. And one more thing is the birthday cake cookie added for one thing as well. The part D, and I'm not sure that is going to be for quite necessary as well. The description says toasted rainbow sandwich is from Sprunk, and birthday cake cookie added for some sort of like those things. The roll isn't going to be like this thing as well. And probably could be the end of the video as well. So probably the link is going to be in description below, as you might going to be finding out where you're possibly going to be doing this for. And also, you might going to be discover what is actually that I just try to find out on for the browsing comics for Pretty Sure, including browsing comic creators as well. Well, stay tuned of this video until the part number 3 is going to be coming up next. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to be seeing you many lads and comic studio users all later.